Okay, now.
All right, first thing you want to do for outside pre-trip, open both doors. Now you want to turn the steering wheel all the way to the left. And that's going to be for your systems when you're outside. Now you're going to turn on the high beam. You need to have the high beams on. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to activate my light switch. I'm going to do 2 trips around the bus. The first trip is checking only the lights to make sure they work. My second trip will be the full outside breakdown. So with that being said, I'm going to activate the lights and everyone get off and meet me in the front. Here we go. All right. Again, I'm only looking at the lights. Starting at the top, pointing them out. Lights are working and I get moving. So I'm only pointing to the lights. Pointing at the lights. I want to make sure the lights work. I want Lamar to know I know where the lights are. Lights, 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 and light. You don't do that, you lose 1 point. License plate light. Light.
First lap.
Okay, now I'm starting my full breakdown. Here we go. 5 clearance light, amber color, properly attached in good working order. Destination sign, properly attached in good working order. I have my left and right windshields, properly sealed to the bus, not cracked, broken, or damaged. I have my windshield wipers, proper tension, soft to the touch, hoses are properly attached. Moving on down, first thing I want to do is this. Windshield washer bottle fill. This is where they fill the washer fluid, properly capped. I have my inside high beams, properly attached in good working order, left and right. I have my outside low beams, properly attached in good working order. I have my left and right turn signals, amber color, properly attached in good working order. Bike rack, block, block. I'm looking for proper tension. Moving on down, bumper, properly attached, not cracked, broken, or damaged. And the license plate must have at least 2 bolts or screws. Last 3 numbers must match the one in the back and on the registration. 2 things on the corner. First thing, this is your mirror casing, properly attached to the bar, which is properly attached to the bus, not cracked, broken, or damaged. I have a turn signal, properly attached, in good working order. On here, I have my convex and flat mirrors, properly attached, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Power cord, properly attached, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Moving on down. Reflector, you forget that, you lose a point. Reflector, orange color, properly attached, in good working order. Now, step here. I didn't say nothing about the stickers. I don't give a shit about them. Starting here. CNG tank compartment, properly attached. Only mechanics get up there. I say it now so I don't forget it when I move on down. Get it out of the way. CNG tank compartment, properly attached. Only mechanics get up there. Now, starting from top to bottom, from the door, window, 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 door, window, window, back of bus. Top to bottom. You follow order, you pass the test. Camera, properly attached, in good working order. Clearance light, amber color, properly attached, in good working order. Door seals, properly attached, in good working order. Step, clear of any hazard where a passenger could fall. I did not say this or this because I already did it in the inside. So you minimize what you say. Moving on. Starting at the top, destination sign, right side, good working order. Window, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Turn indicator, amber color, properly attached, good working order. Kneeling light, properly attached, good working order. Step light, properly attached, good working order. Splash guard, probably attached, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Mud flap, probably attached, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Now, this is my 3 systems. This is what you want to do. You want to close your eyes so you don't get distracted. You got to stay focused. Stand like this. Let Lamar stand right there. My first system is steering. I have the steering box, probably attached with a cotter pin. Steering leakage. Tie rod and arm, properly attached, not bent. Steering hose, properly attached, not leaking. My next system, suspension. You have the springs, properly attached, no missing parts. Spring leads, properly attached, not shifted. U-bolts, properly attached, not missing parts. Shocks, properly attached, not leaking air. Airbags, properly attached, not leaking air. Mounts, properly attached, not leaking air. And the torque arm, properly attached, not bent. Now you have braking. You have the brake chamber, properly attached, not contaminated. You have the drums and rotors, no bluing or contaminated. Linings and pads, not dirty, no less than 1/4 of an inch. Lines and hose, properly attached, not leaking. Slack adjuster, no more than 2 inches of play with your foot or the service brake. And then that was the push rod, no more than 2 inches with your service brake. And then the slack adjuster is 1 inch of play with your hand where you make adjustments. All right, those are my 3 systems. Now, tire, ICD, inflation. The only way to properly check a tire is with a rubber mallet or a tire gauge. Condition, even wear, only new tires on the front. And tread depth, no less than 4/32 of an inch. Now we have ABC. Abrasions, bulges, and cuts on the sidewall of the tire. It must be in good condition, which it is. Now we have the rim, starting with the rim bead, properly attached and sealed to the tire, not leaking. The rim, properly attached, no illegal weldings or cracks. 10 lug nuts, properly attached, no shavings or rust. Oil hub, properly attached, not leaking. And then the valve stem, somewhere down there. Valve stem, properly capped, not leaking air. That's it with this section. Moving on. Window, properly attached, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Outside speaker, properly attached. Window, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Nothing down here. Window, properly attached, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Step light, good working order. And I call that a clearance light because it has power. Properly attached and good working order. Now we have the back door. Door seals, properly attached and good working order. The step, clear of any hazard where Patrick will fall. Off the bottom, window, properly attached, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Turn indicator, properly attached and good working order. Step light, properly attached and good working order. Compartment, you see a hole, it's a compartment. Compartment secure. Window, probably attached, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Splash guard, probably attached, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Mud flap, probably attached and good working order. Debris guard, properly attached and good working order. Back here, I have 2 dual tires. You need to stick your arm in between the 2. Evenly spaced, no debris. Now, starting with, there's no steering back here. So we go right to suspension. Springs, spring leaves, U-bolts, shocks, airbag, mounts, torque arm. And then braking, the same thing. Brake chamber, the same thing. ICD with the tires. Inflation, rubber mallet, tire gauge. Condition, even wear, recapped or retread tires can be used back here. And then tread depth, 2/32 of an inch. ABC, the abrasion, bulge, and cut sidewall of the tire. Rim bead, properly sealed to the tire, not leaking. Rim, not cracked, broken, damaged, illegal weldings, etc. 10 lug nuts, no rust, shavings. Axle hub. Oil hub, axle hub, properly attached, sealed, not leaking oil. Odometer, properly attached and good working order. 2 valve stems, 1 and 2, properly capped, not leaking air. And the last thing I say before I leave this tire, the drive shaft underneath, properly attached. He's not going to expect you to crawl underneath and point it out. Say it, it goes off the list. You don't say it, you lose a point. Drive shaft, properly attached, move on. Window, properly attached, not cracked, broken, or damaged. Compartment secure, there's a hole. DOT sticker, not peeling. Red clearance light, properly attached, good working order. There's a hole, compartment secure, vent, clear debris. This is where you check the gas level. Open it. The bus is going to shut off. So what you tell them is the bus shut off because this is not connected to that. That's the first thing you say. Then you say properly capped. So you gotta put it on if it pops off. Properly capped. This is where we check the gas level. And right now it's at 3,200. And this must be at a 12-6 position. Only mechanics touch it. That's this area. But the main thing he wants to hear is the bus shut off because this is not touching that. Close it up. Moving on down. Vents, clear debris. Red reflector. You don't see that, that's another point you're going to lose. Not cracked, broken, or damaged. Now, back of the bus. Assuming the bus was running, starting at the top, making my way down. The exhaust pipe, properly attached, no black smoke. 5 clearance lights, red, properly attached, in good working order. Rear camera, properly attached, in good working order. Retarder lights. Braking lights, you have 6 of them. 2, 4, 6. Red color, properly attached, in good working order. Rear destination sign, properly attached, in good working order. Again, vents, clear debris. You have yellow or amber turn signals, properly attached, in good working order. Left and right clear lights for reverse or backup lights. And red left and right reflectors, properly attached, in good working order. License plate light, properly attached, in good working order. The license plate must have 2 bolts. Last 3 numbers must match the 3 same numbers in the front license plate and on registration. Moving on down. The bumper, properly attached, not loose. Bend over, no fluid leaks. Now we open this baby up. You follow the pattern, you'll do fine. 3 sections I teach. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. So you start over here, and it's on the list I gave you. Starting in the back, exhaust pipe, properly insulated. Now you move out. Radiator fluid reservoir, properly capped, properly filled. Radiator, properly attached, not leaking. Wires and hoses, properly attached, not loose. You have the orange air intake pipe, properly attached. You have the blue, pipe that brings coolant from the radiator to the water pump, properly attached, in good working order, not leaking. You have the frame, there's right here and over here, properly attached, no illegal weldings, properly holding up the engine, because that's what it's doing. Okay, that's section 1. 1 step over here. Section 2, 4 pulleys and a serpentine belt. You have the alternator, idle, engine, water pump, all connected to a serpentine belt. The serpentine belt is not cracked, broken, or damaged or frayed. It has no more than 3/4 of an inch of play. Now I can take one more step here. The last section, the first thing you want to say is in the back there, the air filter, properly attached. This is the rear start, only mechanics operator. What we do is turn on the light so we can look in there. That's it, properly attached. Moving on down. Transmission, reservoir, and dipstick. The mechanic will pull this out, check the fluid. If it needs more fluid in the transmission, he'll add it here. This is your engine oil filler. If the engine needs more oil, they'll add it here. This is your engine oil dipstick. The mechanic will pull it out and check for fluid. If it needs more, that's where they're going to put it. Moving on over, we have the water pump. AC compressor, properly attached, not leaking. Connected with the V-belt. Now the V-belt goes like this to the engine pulley. So the V-belt is not cracked, broken, damaged, or frayed. No more than 3/4 of an inch of play, and it has teeth. That's what they want to hear you say with the V-belt, that it has teeth. Moving on down. Okay, now on buses are different. These 2 gauges sometimes is on this side. So if it's here, you got to say it here. If it's not here, it'll be over here. So since I see it here, I'm going to call it. This is your engine oil pressure gauge. Must be between 20 to 40 psi. This is your water temperature gauge. Should be between 180 to 190. And the last thing you want to say, you step back, you say your air compressor and your power steering pump, they are both gear driven. Close the door. Step back. No fluid leaks. Come over here. And you tell Lamar, would you like me to do this side the same? He's going to say, no, show me what's different. So what's different is up here. one, air tank drain. Open it up. What you say is this: these valves are only operated by the mechanics. But what they want to hear you guys say, batteries properly attached, not corroded or dirty. That's what they want to hear you say. They don't give a shit about this, but they want to know that you see batteries there. Batteries properly attached, not corroded, dirty, or corrosive. Any of those words. And the last thing, battery disconnect. Open it. Better known as a battery reset. If you want to turn off the power, you pull that handle down. Wait 3 minutes, pull it back up. Come to the front of the bus. Get a good shot. And that was my outside pre-trip.